Welcome to Guns and Gear Network, everyone. Appreciate you tuning in this afternoon. I want to do this review on the Suunto Clipper Button Compass. Alright, so I always recommend that everybody that is serious about survival, prepping, hunting, fishing, camping, anybody that's going to be in unknown territory needs to have some type of way to navigate. And obviously the easiest way to navigate when the grid's down, you don't have GPS or anything like that, is to have a compass, preferably with a map. However, if you get lost in an area without a map, you still need to be able to get your bearings and be able to, if you're going to travel, make sure you're traveling in a straight path, going a certain direction without going in circles. So I won't get into the primitive ways to figure all that out. That's not what this video is about. This video is about a review, but I also want to briefly discuss a little bit about button compasses in general and kind of where I'm at with them. I've been using button compasses for a long time. I've always had one as a backup, so forth. And I used Suunto for a long time, and recently, and I'd lost it. So I decided that I would do something different, and I saw these, and everybody has seen these button compasses all over the internet. A lot of times they'll come already on a survival bracelet, paracord bracelet, possibly on a keychain or something. I mean, they're everywhere, and they really marketed towards the preppers and the survivalists and the campers and all that stuff, which is fine. However, this is something that may save your life. So I'm always about saving $1 whenever I can do that and share that with you guys. But in certain cases, you just gotta buy, what's right. Now, me personally, if I'm going to know I'm going to be out and about, I prefer two compasses, like a lensatic compass that the military uses, or something similar of good quality, and then use the button compass either as a quick guide or as a backup. However, I always have a button compass with me, and I normally wear it on my watch like this. So I had lost my Suunto, and I couldn't find it, and so wound up ordering another one, and that's what kind of prompted this video. But also in the meantime, I had tried a couple others, and I had tried one that was one of the cheap China-made situations from eBay. It was like maybe $6 including shipping. It didn't last, and it didn't work half the time. So then I saw these, which I kind of like because they have a cover over them. And this is my second one, and let me tell you why it's my second one. The first one that I had, this entire cover broke off. Then on this one recently, the cover is still there, but the little nub that goes right here, you don't hear it click anymore. See that? So it just flops around. I mean, it'll stay down, but it does not stay down very well. So that prompted me to say, hey, look, I'm going to give up on these little cheap ones. This one was a little bit better. I will tell you a little trick I did with this one. I went ahead and pulled this compass out of this case, and I used 2-part epoxy and put it back in just to kind of make sure it was secure. But at the end of the day, this one was supposed to glow in the dark, and I'm going to charge it a little bit here. And it's hard to tell, but it doesn't really glow a whole lot. So after this one failed me, even though I did like it because it had that cover on it, this one failed me again, if you will. If the covers are going to constantly break, then that defeats the purpose of even having a compass. So that brings me to the Suunto that I bought. If you want Suunto is very good quality products. They're well known. They make watches a lot of military personnel use, law enforcement, so forth. They're just really well known. They make a lot of compasses. They also make gear for diving, all that. So very well known, very good quality company. So they make one called the Suunto Clipper, and that is this one here. Now I'm going to show you a quick difference real quick. I mentioned the other one glows It's supposed to glow in the dark. Let me charge this one, and the lights are bright in here, obviously, because I've got artificial light. But I just want to show you something. You can actually see that thing glowing, and I'll do this too. Hang on. Now if you look, it's hard to pick up, but it's even in this bright light down here, you can see that it glows with just a little bit of charge. And I was outside. Every time you go outside in the sun and then you come inside, that thing's really charged up. You can see it like that. So that's the difference. Number one, you can see that difference. The quality, totally different. Much better quality. This was a liquid filled, and it also has the jeweler point, which is jewel bearing, which is it's basically just a more precision, if you will. This one also has a rotating bezel, and it's one you can so you can adjust and get your bearing with this. It's much easier to travel if you have a rotating bezel. So that way you can set which way you need to go, get everything lined up. And this one also has a directional arrow right here. Now, I've read some of the reviews on these recently, and some people were complaining that they couldn't get it on their G-Shock watch. Well, that's a GA100 G-Shock watch, which is pretty standard bandwidth. Mine fits fine. Now, unlike this one that slides on, this one it slides on, but it clips on. That's why they call it the clipper. So you can actually put this on, say, a piece of molly gear or something like that. So I kind of like it in two pieces, to be honest with you, because this one I couldn't just clip it on a piece of molly. I'd have to fish it onto a strap of some sort, because there's no way to undo it from the back. It's just one solid piece on the back side. This one being a clip. Now, when you buy one of these new, you're going to notice, if you're going to wear it on your wrist, these two little tabs right here are kind of pointy and sharp. So here's what I did. I took a lighter and I heated those, and I took and pushed it against the table and rounded it upwards. So you might have to play with that a little bit, and then I took a needle file and kind of shaped everything up. And the reason I did that, it makes it much more comfortable now, and it actually created almost a hook where it hooks onto the band. So if you look at it that way, maybe you can pick it up in that camera, there's like a hook motion right here. So here's how I'll put it on the band. And again, for folks complaining about not fitting on the G-Shocks, I don't know why this one fits just fine. What you have to do is pull the clip apart and then just work it on, and then it's secure, just like that. So, and I'll put it on my wrist to show you guys where it kind of fits on the wrist. But if you're looking for a good quality compass, Suunto is the one I would probably trust my life on, especially just having a backup one. Again, in prepping and survival and anything like that, one is none, two is one kind of mentality, and this is no different when it comes to compasses, because there's stories floating around, and I don't know how much is urban legend and how much of it's true, of people that didn't trust their compass, and that includes pilots that crashed or whatever. They just did not trust their compass at the time. They didn't believe what it was saying, and which caused them some problems. So if you had two of them, then you could kind of say, oh, well, it's just a mentality thing at that point, that says, hey, they're working. But I'll read a little bit here. It says, jewel bearing for high performance, clip attachment for straps, map, edge, or sleeve, rotating bezel, liquid filled capsule for stable operation, luminescent cardinal markings, and it has a limited lifetime warranty. So, what's the price difference? This one right here, again, I told you I bought some for like $6. This one right here was like $9 or $10 including shipping. This one right here was $20 including shipping. Again, I like this one because it did say it was liquid filled and all that. And it's not that the compass really quit working. I just, like I said, at this point, if I can't have the cover on it, I would just soon buy one of these and just leave it, you know, in good quality and stuff. But this one never gave me a problem. I checked this one again later, and in comparison, and the readings are exactly the same on this one and this one, so I know they're accurate, and also checked it with another compass. But yeah, guys, I highly suggest that you have some type of compass with you at all times. That way, even if you tell, like if you're not even traveling, but maybe you're on, something happens and you're communicating with somebody, and you say, I am such and such north of this, stream or creek or tree or any of that type stuff. It's just a way to give everybody a bearing of where you're at or where yourself is at if you're trying to travel. So I highly recommend that you always have a compass on you at all times. I don't care if it's on a keychain, in your pocket, something. That way you can at least use it and be able to find your way and give people directions potentially to where you're at, even if you have good communication. Otherwise, say with a cell phone or something like that. But anyway, I highly recommend you have one. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you tuning in. If you're looking for a good quality, I highly recommend the Suunto Clipper. Need to order you one. Keep it with you at all times. Preferably, again, I keep mine on my watch. Some people may not like doing that, and that's fine. But make sure you get you one. As always, I appreciate you tuning in. If you would, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll be bringing another video shortly. Have a good day, guys.